And we're going live. Wow. I'm going to say good afternoon, everyone. Melissa Pedersen here, and I help postpartum moms overcome exhaustion, brain fog, and overwhelm to boost their energy and shed those postpartum weight. I'm here with my friend, Meghan Calido. She is a regenerative health practitioner, an herbalist, a business owner, and many, many more. We decided to hop on today. This is usually our Health Hack Thursday. Um, Usually at 9 o'clock, we hop on together and we talk about some different tips and strategies that we share with everyone. Um, it's been a while since we've been on together, and so we are just gonna kind of let everybody know what's been happening with us for the last few months. It's been very crazy busy for me and for her, and it's been quite a while since we've actually chatted. And so let's just kind of tell everybody what's been going on with you. I'm excited to know what's been happening to you. We haven't talked in a while,
Oh,
so I'd love to know what is going on.
oh my. I finished my regenerative health certification. So I was taking the class and was a student for the past 9 months. And then we got to do our test out. Everything went amazing. And then I had to get into integrating this into my business and revamping the website and getting my ducks in a row so we can take off nicely. I usually tend to be one that just is like, I jump in feet first, and then I'm like, oh wait, I forgot this, this, and this. Like, so I'm trying to take it really slowly and be very meticulous about how everything's being set up. But it's been absolutely amazing. The weather here in New York has been crap, so I've had a lot of days to organize and get everything in place. So just coming down from everything, and it's so nice. It's this has really like transformed how I am able to help my clients, and yeah, I'm just excited about it. So how about you though? You've had your own.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I've been just really revamping my practice virtually, obviously. And, I don't have my own a place to have my business, but I do it through home because I homeschool my children. And it's just been, I've also been in school for a while now, same around the same time as you. And it's just been such a beautiful journey with the Health Professional Academy. And Dr. Shauna Menard is the one who has been the one that put it together. And it's just been so beautiful to resonate with another medical practitioner, somebody who was in the medical field turned holistic healing, and now she's a business mentor, and she has been such a beautiful person to really work side by side, hand in hand, and so a lot truly has happened. My practice has really blossomed to where I really want it to be. It's in a great pace as well. Obviously, I don't want it to be too fast or too slow. So it's just in the right pace that I want it and where I've been wanting it to. And, there was so many missing links in my practice for so many years. And, I thought it was just nutrition or detoxing, and just everything is now starting to come together, especially having that mentor behind me, that coach that's constantly reminding me of what to do and how to do things step by step. And that has been such a lift off of my shoulders. A lot of the heaviness has been really lifted off of me since I've been a part of this community, and they've really truly been there for me, holding my hands through it all, making sure that I'm doing the right things for my business, for my practice. And not only that, now I get to really focus more on how I can support my clients more and more, which has been such a fun experience, and seeing them really flourish because of all the tools I've really added into my basket. And, it's not just like one thing. I remember when I first started this whole like practice back in 2021. It was really mainly focusing on like behavior health, cognitive functions, and things like that, and emotional healing. And then as I move forward with my own journey, I realized like obviously we all know nutrition plays a huge part of it, but I didn't know where I could get the most purest form. And then when I got into our community with the Wellness Warriors, I got to learn so many different aspects of the best products out there, the best superfoods, the most purest forms, and then I was able to really learn more about detoxifying our body. You know, I never really thought about detoxing prior to this or parasite cleansing. It just wasn't in my radar. I've heard of it. I didn't understand it until when I put my medical understanding into like the beliefs of what really detoxing is, putting the anatomy and the nutrition together, it like kind of it all makes sense now. It all like boils down to each and it you know it integrates with each other. Understanding like your body is created to detoxify. I mean, that's why they call it detox pathway, which is something that I never really even thought about or even was taught when I was going to medical school. They didn't teach us about detox pathway. I had no idea what that was. I mean, I knew that the liver detoxed. I knew that the kidneys filtered. I knew that, we have lymphatic system. But I didn't put it all together as like that's your part of your detoxing. And if they're blocked and are not working properly, you need to support it. And that's what detoxing truly is for, supporting your body to fully detox naturally and properly. I know like now everybody talks about detoxing and it's scary because some of them are like, oh, I did a 5-day detox or I did a 10-day detox. And it's like, okay, how did you prepare your body? And, that's what I learned in the last year and a half is to truly, truly understand how to support our body in the best possible way. And because of that, I'm now able to really walk my clients through the proper natural way of really supporting our body in the best possible way. And then again, now I'm doing all these. I have a beautiful program that my clients can walk through, and I do this 12-week program, which helps a lot because some people don't need help for the whole year, and I do have that sacred year container for them, but it's a choice and it's a decision that we both choose if it's the right fit for them, because some people may not be ready for that, some people may not need that, so I don't push my clients to do a full year, so I have that 3 month journey for them to follow through. And I've been doing a lot of workshops and I've been really pushing on to doing more workshops for everybody because that is a free resource, a way for moms and caregivers or anybody that really needs that time to like give yourself that break. You've done the meditation before, you know how it feels. It's beyond regular meditation. It's far more than that. It's more personal. And, I truly, truly invite anybody when I do have these meditation workshop to show up. Show up for yourself. This isn't for me. I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for you to really gift yourself that moment. I do 5-day challenges here and there. That's also a great way to learn how to create easy, fast habits within less than 20 minutes. I mean, not 20 minutes, less than 2 minutes. I know we all have that. We have a minute or two to spare for ourselves. Give that self to you, gift that self to yourself. And we had a beautiful retreat in Kelowna, Canada. I've never been to Canada, so it's one of my bucket lists. It's a check off, and I was with my, health coaching community, and it was just such a deep connection that I got to really enjoy with everybody. There's just something about connecting in person that just makes it all that much more special. So a lot more is coming this year, and I'm just so excited and happy of what has come and all the opportunities that has come along in the last 6 months. Collaboration is happening. You and I are going to be talking about that as well, how we can collaborate. And, I'm excited about that because you have created a course, in-person course with is it
Oh
in
yeah,
your
I did
store?
that too. I forgot to even mention that, huh? We just finished up a 5-week herbal course. It
Yeah.
was absolutely amazing. It was very small and intimate, which I loved. There was 5 women that joined us, or that joined me. And every Saturday morning, we just went on to a new thing to learn about herbs. So we went over like all the fundamentals and the foundations. And each week we built up to making our very own blends. And so at the end of class, they got to create a blend that spoke to their energy that they have. And it also spoke to the systems that needed supporting. And then they got to take that home as like their
Oh.
completion of class. So it was really an amazing class. And I was sad because we didn't get to go on our herb walk because the weather here, it's been like torrential downpours. But we did get to do a virtual walk. So, and that was really nice because I was like, how would I do this with a class virtually? Because I'd love to get this online to reach more people. Everybody's interested in herbs and herbalism, and it's
Mhm.
one of my favorite things. So, that gave me a little bit of like, oh yeah, this could totally work online. So I'm excited to start dreaming up how the online
Mhm.
version will go. But it
Yeah, I
was a
mean,
great,
that's what you and I were talking about. Like, I know that it wasn't virtual, but I was like, I really would love for you to be a guest speaker during my quarterly workshop with my, yearly sacred year container with all my clients. And it would just be even if it's, one day where you just teach a little bit and, show somebody something, I think that this is going to be such a great collaboration and a great teaching for other people because everybody wants to know something. And it doesn't even have to be anything like that long, but I think that when you do figure it out and having it virtually, you'll have far more people you'll
yeah.
reach. And I know that a lot more people would love to be a part of that. So I'm excited about that with you as well. Let's see. You just did a event also, and I absolutely loved your table because they had
I haven't
everything.
been
I was like,
doing
oh my
much.
God.
And you're like, yes, you have.
It was like such all the goodies. I remember I was like redox. I was going through and I even zoomed the table to see what you had in
Yes.
there. And I was like, oh my
I
God,
so it
all the
was
fun stuff.
between me and another practitioner, and between the two of us, we had all of the goods. Like, and we did iridology readings, so we'd be like talking to someone about what we're seeing in their eye and be like, "Oh my gosh, this would be an amazing support for you," and for them to like actually see it and have
Mhm.
it and know what it was. So the event was really great. I got to do 10 iridology or 9 iridology readings, I think. So it was
That's so
great. I love
cool.
iridology. So
I'm not very familiar with it, but when you do it, it's very like magical to me. I just love
yeah.
how you can just really pay attention on like what people's eye. You know what? Why don't you explain a little bit about what that is?
Yeah. So iridology is just where we're looking at inherited weaknesses. So things passed down from mom, dad generations. And so we're seeing where there's weaknesses. It's super interesting because when I have a client or someone who takes very good care of them, so they're doing all the things like they're clean eating, they're meditating, they're taking time for themselves. They'll say no to everything. But when I have someone who's deep in like they need to detox, they're like, oh yes, that is true. Oh yes, that is true. Um, but so like these don't say like, yes, you definitely have this. It's just that we have a tendency towards that because there is a weakness. So we have 28,000 nerve endings that go to our eyes, and it's just kind of like reflexology with the hands and the feet. Like there's, and with your teeth too, like each system is connected to a certain part. And so that's how iridology works. I'm really digging behavioral iridology, which I'm hoping to get a little more into. So there's some things that I already know and was taught, but I'd love to dig deeper into that. Because it's always fun when I when I say to someone, "Oh, you're a go-getter and you're going to do it all yourself and you're not going to ask for help and you got this and I would hire you." And they're like, "Yeah." Like,
That's
so it's
awesome.
pretty interesting to see things like that
Yeah.
and to share it. And I don't know. I think it gives you a nice little insight into what's going on in the body. And then, when we're working on regenerative health, when we pair that with some of the other things that we do to see what's going on in the body as far as like the intake forms, it gives you a really clear view of where the body is raising the hand and saying, "Hi, I need attention." So love it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You have been doing so much and it's really fun to have all these tools in our pocket now to be able to like really really to support somebody. And it's funny, I used to have those clients where they were like too too healthy and didn't think that they need the help. And now I'm actually getting clients that are in the health in a healthy realm, but know that there's still something missing. And it's just been really, really nice to be able to help those people because I was that person, right? I was that person who ate well. I was not overweight. I wasn't doing anything that I shouldn't have been. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't going out to eat. I did everything
Doing
I
all the things.
right, thinking that I'm a healthy person, but why do I still feel this way? Why do I still have pain when I wake up? Why am I still so exhausted after 8 hours of sleep? Why do I feel so depleted all the time? And I just didn't know. And I just, sometimes I thought that something was wrong, like physically that was going on. I'm like, I might have cancer, I might have tumor. And you think of all these horrible things because you're just not, you think you're doing the right thing. And that's what I've learned in the last 2 years is that you really do need that support. Everybody does. And it's good to have coaches. It's good to have mentors. It's good to have everybody, like people behind you and next to you and side by side with you to really have a full life. And, um, it's one of the things I never would have recommended when I was in the medical field. I would have never ever say, oh, you need this, you need therapy, you need that. But you do. We really, really, that's why it's here. It's available for us because we do need those support. And the reason why, like you or me, are a good fit is because we took the time to go back to school. We took the time to learn it. We took the time to really understand it fully to support people in the way that they that really can for their health. And I mean, everybody can, right? Everybody can
Yeah.
go
Oh,
back to school. Go
absolutely.
for it
And
if you
and
want to.
this is why this is usually the reason of what you just said is why people end up reaching out to me. They're like, "I don't feel alive. Like I am barely making it through the day. I have no energy, vitality. I can't get things done." And it's literally when we feel like that, each of our individual cells feel like that. So like it's not just like our whole body is experiencing that on a cellular level. And so there are like some even quick little adjustments to the diet. And that's absolutely what I love about regenerative health is before we go, okay, we're detoxing. It's okay, we're going to start adjusting here.
Mhm.
Like, let's just move some things around, get the diet in a good place, and nurture the body, nourish the body, give it what it needs to feel better. And I swear, like, within a week or two, when my clients are coming back, they're like, I can't believe those little switches feel like, oh my gosh, I have so much energy. And that's so nice to hear. And it really speaks to how much this really works, and it's just food changes. I don't first appointment, I'm not giving you much of anything except some tweaks on your diet and lifestyle so that when we do get to the detoxing, everything is nourished, we feel good, and we stay feeling good.
Yeah,
So,
that's one thing that I really love about that is that we are not depleting the body. We're actually nurturing it and putting more nutritions in it. That's a mindset thing that I have to work with my clients quite a lot. The first 3 weeks, that's what I have to like kind of show them and let them understand because we are, I guess, learned that um, we have to do certain things in order for us to have a healthier lifestyle. And, just thinking like, oh, I'm healthy, but then if I make this tweak, like, hey, let's drink some water. How much water are you drinking? Ta-da! Suddenly I'm not feeling that pain anymore because now you're lubricating your joints, you're lubricating your cells, and we're made of water. So it's really as simple as that. But we don't think about those things because we're just taught to
We
just
weren't
go, go,
taught
go.
them. We weren't
Yeah.
taught them. Yeah, we were taught to go.
Yeah,
Go,
just
go, go. Grab your coffee for
yep,
wake up, grab your coffee and go.
right?
And honestly, I have not met one person who was feeling terrible that actually ate breakfast. And I'm like, we have to stop that. Like, we literally have to stop that. So I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, it's just little tweaks, like you said, it's like we're not depleting. I had a client, she was like, saying like, I really need to eat a lot because I don't want to like deplete myself. And I'm like, but you are eating. You're just not eating what you're used to eating. You're not snacking those like Pringles, or you're not snacking on like a bag of chocolate, or going to McDonald's, or, some fast food restaurant. Like your mind has to be readjusted to know that what you're fueling yourself when you're eating fruits, it's good. Your body's
yeah,
getting what it needs, and not eating a lot of meat, and especially somebody who's came from eating so much meat. It's like, I have to eat meat. I have to eat this, this 8 ounce meat, or I'm not getting what I need. And that is a huge, huge, shift that I have to make with clients a lot. And then eventually, once they do like see and get it, they're like, oh my God, ta-da! That light
yeah.
bulb. And I love those light bulb moments, because then they're like, oh, okay, this makes sense, and it's really been fun, experiencing different things and knowing that, like, hey, I've got something for you, and hey, I've got this. Hey, you're going through that, let's do this. And it's just been really, really fun, instead of just like working with the mindset. And I've come to realize that it's just not the mindset, it's the whole
The whole
system,
picture.
the
That's what
whole.
I love about regenerative health. It is the whole thing. Like,
Mhm.
I am talking to my clients about emotional work, and I have loads of practitioners to refer to them as far as energy workers and hypnotists like yourself. And like, I just have a slew of people to help in that department where I don't have that yet. Maybe I will someday.
Oh my
But like it is holistic. When we say holistic, like we literally need the mind, body, and soul all going through the same upgrade at the same time to
God.
get it nice and solid.
Yes.
So
Yes. So it's been fun, and I can't wait to see what the next 6 months has for both of us. And before we do go, it's getting to that time. I do want to go over. I mean, you look great. You look absolutely
great.
amazing. Your face is glowing. You look younger. Your hair is beautiful. I mean, so can you kind of go over how it's been with your, now you've actually upped your detoxing, right? In this year.
Yeah, I'm done with the detoxing for this year. So you want to know how it's going now or how
Yeah.
it went?
Yeah. Well, let's kind of go over a little bit about like what you changed from like last year's detoxing to like this year's detoxing, because it's a lot more. You did a subtle
Yeah, it
detox
was
last year, right? And then you went into a
right.
further deeper detox. What does that
Mhm.
look like for people?
Yeah, so we're just so, and I have these different ways we go about detoxing. When I first detox a client, it's usually with a ULT and a little bit of herbals, very light detoxing, like
Mhm.
just to get them comfortable, used to. We're not great at sticking to a complete diet yet. And so, like, for me, it was a real big shift of my eating to get it to the place it needed to be so that I could let go of what I was wanting to let go of. But it looked like a lot of advanced modality support. This was the first time I added advanced modalities. I had my hydrogen water, I had a blood cleanser. Um, I just had I use Zen Cleanse. is a Zen Cleanse Rainbow. And so like we flushed the whole digestive system, the small intestines, we got mucoid plaque out, loads of mucoid plaque, like probably if I had to guess, I'd say between 15 and 20 feet of mucoid plaque. Um, just out of me. Tons of gallstones and fat accumulation from the liver. Like it was absolutely amazing. And I will say, by the time I got to the Zen cleanse, because we did walk ourselves in really gently. So my journey of changing my food started about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I never thought I could get rid of dairy. I never thought I can get rid of meat. I never thought I could get rid of eggs. Things that I know prevent me from going on a deeper dive into detoxing. And I was actually able to do all of that. I did a whole week fast on Zen Cleanse. It was absolutely amazing. So just with enzymes, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, a whole week of no food. Like you must have been like starving to death." You're not. You're not. You're full. You feel satiated. Like there was so much support for my body that once I got to Zen cleanse and probably about mid Zen cleanse, I remember one of my friends saying, "Dude, I think you're going too far. Like you look like hell." And I was like, "No, I know it doesn't look good right now, but don't worry, I'm going to build back better." So like it'll be fine. And it was as soon
Yeah.
as I started eating again or getting back into my diet again, it went absolutely smooth. I just can't. This is the first year, and I live in upstate New York. We haven't seen sunshine yet. Like yesterday was the first nice sunny day. It hit 89 degrees, which we've been in the 50s, in the 30s. One day it's 80, one day it's 30. So like there's not been much sunshine, but what I do notice is that I didn't lose my tan. I was like, my melanin is like melanin and like it's on point. Like it
Yeah.
looks like I've been sitting out in the sun. And it's literally all the I that's what I feel like is that's the light that I am bringing into my body that is allowing that to be because usually I am a pale pasty girl by now and I'm ready to soak in the sun and start getting a little bit of color and I already have that little bit of color without. So I've had people ask me like, did you come back from vacation?" I'm like, "No. Like I haven't seen the sun either, dude." Um but yeah, it was just a really, really great cleanse to have my body fully supported during the whole thing.
And
So
that's what, like what we've been talking about. It's like, yeah, this sounds great. To me, I understand how the detox process works. And I haven't done the Zen cleanse because I know that I still have work to do to really detoxify my body as much as I can. And those gentle detoxing, I'm still in the basic detoxing,
yeah,
which is, I'm still doing like just gentle detoxing just with superfoods and herbs and tinctures and then parasite cleansing 2 or 3 times a year. And I know that eventually where I can just really fully put all my focus into getting to a deeper detox, like doing a fast and then doing like the Zen cleanse. Now we're doing like the blood cleanse has been really, really supportive. Like you said, those are advanced modality that I'm already putting into my body because I want to really support all my organs and my cells. So when I do that deeper detox, it's not going to be like, whoa, it's a huge like, burden on me. I want to be able to function still. And that's why we're sharing this is because, yes, the Zen cleanse. Oh, somebody's going to be like, oh, what is that? Can I do it? It's only 5 days. Great, let's do it. No, don't do that. That's not why we're sharing it.
so actually it was made for people to do that.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, I'm in the group and I'm like, it seems like people have a really, really hard time when they just jump in like
Yeah.
that. Like
Yeah.
prepping the body and getting it ready first, you're going to get so much. And these things are a lot of money. They
Hmm.
cost money. So like, I'm always like, I want to get the best out of it. Like the most I can get out of it, I want to get out of it. So
Yeah.
we really took it very, very deep, even mono juicing before we got to doing the actual Zen
Yeah.
cleanse. And it was great. I've never had such a smooth detox and such a deep detox. I've done lighter ones and have not felt as supported. under
Yeah.
other practitioners before where I was like, oh my God, I still feel like death and I feel like death and I feel like death. So, and we really can't afford to take this time off or walk away from life. Like, and that's the great thing about regenerative health is that we're supporting first and nourishing
And then doing, yeah.
and then doing, and then you actually have the energy to keep going through. So
Right, right. And that's why, even with the parasite cleanse, my clients are like, I want to do it now. And it's like, nope, let's take a moment, see where you are emotionally, physically, even nutritionally, right? Because if you none of those are like those are the basics. We've got to get the basics down first. If you're not fueling your body with just fluids and water and you're not getting the nutrients that your body needs, you're just going to cause more issues for you when you do these cleansing, the detoxing, the parasite cleanse in itself, you know. Um, I remember my first client, like not my first, one of my clients, she wanted to do it like on the first day. We're 3 months in and we still haven't done her parasite cleansing because she's just not there. And it's okay, it's nice to know that you can get these things out, but if they have no way out, you're just keeping it in and making it mad.
big
So,
problems.
yeah, so, like everything has a process. Nothing is a quick fix. Nothing that we share or talk about is a quick fix for anybody. It's you got to follow the process and step-by-step pathway to get to that better health feeling. I have a wonderful client who has followed everything that I've told her from day one, and she is flourishing. She has lupus. She's a bodybuilder. She's going into a um, competition here in September. And because she has been true to herself, honoring everything that I have recommended and told her, and just really trusting a process, she has no longer have any pain. She's not tired or exhausted or painful after she's working out. She's doing her training right now, cutting, and she's like, I feel great. I feel awesome, and she's like, I never thought that I'd feel like this again since she's had the lupus and the condition, and she was taught like, you're always gonna feel like this. Too bad, so sad. Take medication. Just live your life this way. And now she's back to where she wanted to be, and it's just so beautiful to watch when people truly, truly just trust that process and really be open to changing and shifting your mindset, shifting the way you believe about food, the way you have been taught about what food is and how it is, And one of the things that I get on all the time is, isn't it fruit too sugary for you? I can't have that much fruit. It's a lot of sugar. I can't hold on to that. It's going to make me fatter. It's going to make me this. It's going to make me that. And it's like, no, fruit is actually what your body craves and needs. Without it, this is where you make your glucose, yeah, and where you get your glucose, you get your energy, and you're no longer, and you're supporting all your organs, your adrenals. Like you're really, really supporting your body because your body can process it, and that's the difference. Processing your body naturally with the food that you need is better than like things that you go like a protein bar, you know oh, I wonder why I feel bloated and blah blah blah. Well, what's in that protein bar? Oh, lots of sugar. Regular sugar, that's not good for you. Whey protein, still, I had this other conversation about whey again. They're like, isn't whey supposed to be really good for you? I'm like, no, whey is not supposed to be good for you, because now why don't you take it away, put it back into your diet, and see how you get affected. And I can guarantee you're going to have bloatiness, and you're going to have some sort of symptoms that comes with it. So, because we are taught a lot about different things, and there are so many different resources and different definitions of what food really is and what good food is, if it's growing from the ground, that's where you're gonna go. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that is the best way I could say it. Like, if it grows from the ground, then you know it's good for you because we are meant to process those properly, right? And our body can utilize what we eat, consume from our mouth, and really utilize it throughout the day and not have these symptoms that we experience and all the conditions that we've been diagnosed. You know, I don't even like that word diagnosed because I feel like it's a foo-foo word to just give you make you feel better about whatever it is that's happening to you, like migraines and, like
Yep.
IBS or whatever it is. But if you really just go into like the anatomy of the body, it's all about, you know, what's going on with your gut.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
absolutely. So I'd like to give everyone a challenge. Whoever's made it this far for us, like, here's your challenge. Start your day with warm lemon water. This is life changing, like literally life changing. Start your day with warm lemon water. You're going to support your gut, your digestive system, your liver, and your kidneys. 30 minutes later, have fruit for breakfast. Just do it for a week. See how you feel that week because it is literally just doing that is super helpful.
yeah, that's my go-to. And then my aminos and all my goodies that I do have. But if you don't have all of that, like you said, you have water. You can boil it and, you can make a lemon tea. Um, you can even, add honey to it if you don't like the taste of lemon, because I know a lot of people don't, which is weird. But I love lemon. And then, like you said, fruit for breakfast. And I love just cutting a half a watermelon and eating that half, or
Right out
just,
of the bowl.
yeah, yeah, like a bowl of
Yeah.
watermelon. Seriously, I just
Bowl
eat it
of
that
fruit.
way. It's great. It helps with like diuretic also. It helps you like get rid of whatever has been sitting there all night. Grapefruit is another beautiful breakfast for the morning that helps with like your, whatever fat you're holding on to, it will dissipate it. And then, it's really just good to have every morning as well. So just simple things like that can make a big difference on how you feel for the day. And so that's what we have. Thank you,
It's the hack.
everybody. Sorry, we kind of chatted. It's been a while since we've been on here. It's been so nice to hear what you've been up to and just really like sharing things with everyone, just all these fun opportunities that we have been um, be a part of. And I can't wait to collaborate with you soon and talk about that and what that looks like. I'm sure all my clients are excited about it too. They're like, oh my God, herbs. I want to learn about herbs. Me too. So,
Thank
but
you.
anyways, thank you so much. Thanks everybody for listening. We'll try to come almost every Thursday. Maybe we're gonna do it every other Thursday because we've just been so busy lately. So we'll probably do another, like every other Thursday would work for us. We try to hop on at 9 a.m. So if you're ever available, come hop on, ask us questions. We're here. That's why we do this for everybody. We can only talk so much, but we can talk all day if you wanted to.
Literally can.
Yeah, you and I just fit that way. But, we don't, and we want to make this as valuable as possible for everybody. So if you have any question, no question is a dumb question, just ask, and we're here to really support you as much as we can. And until next time, everybody, stay true to yourself and be kind to yourself, and we'll talk then.